Greetings, Internet. Gamergramp here, and welcome back to City of Heroes. And once again, we are here in the City of Villains, checking out our Psi Stalker experimentalist, as I have named him, because is an experiment, and using Psi powers, mentalist, Psi Stalker. You all got the joke by now. So anyway, here we are continuing on with the adventures of experimentalists. Now it's been probably, it's been almost a week and a half since I've actually recorded a video. So I need to get myself reaccustomed to where the heck I am. I have a level 3 mission here that needs to be done. I'm just going to go ahead and do this real quick, but I'm going to, let's see, I'm level 7 currently. So if I set notoriety at +4, that'll make this level 3 mission a level 7 mission. So let's go ahead and do that before I completely outlevel it. So anyway, off we go. We're going to go see how things are going. This is interrogate the longbow prisoner. Oh, that's right. This one actually doesn't involve any fighting. This is just a little bit of talky talk. So I'm just going to run over there, knock it out real quick. And like I said, there shouldn't be any combat. And I'm not going to bother reading any of the dialogue or anything like that. We're just going to go through it here real quick, just get it knocked out of the way. Oh, we can break the man's leg, break the man's arm, or describe in painful detail what you could possibly do to the man. No, we're just going to break his legs. Break his legs. Okay, Grunt, you do break easily, etc., etc., yada, yada, yada. Not a bad plan. I think I'll do just that. Okay, cool. So now, this mission is still level 3. Find 3 codes from longbow. Oh, this is still, wow, stuck much? This is still one of those environment missions. It's not a door mission. So, anyway, I suppose I should get on with what I intended to do today, which is to discuss things and stuff. Find 3 codes. Oh, right. Okay, so I have to beat up a bunch of these guys. This is going to be very anticlimactic. Whap, ow, bye. But something that was suggested to me as a potential topic for discussion during one of these Let's Play videos is discussing how to play a melee character at low levels. Now, personally, I find that to be kind of an interesting question because it's not one that I'm really feeling qualified to answer myself. Reason being because, for the most part, I don't play melee characters much. Very rarely do I play melee characters. Back when the servers were quote-unquote live, before NC Soft shuttered City of Heroes back in 2012, I did have a couple of scrappers. Whoa! Ouch! Oh, fire! Ow! Hot, hot, hot. So, yeah, I had a couple of scrappers. But beyond playing the scrappers, I really didn't have much experience with melee characters. Mostly what I tend to play are the support roles, which I don't imagine would make the greatest of Let's Play content, simply because a lot of the support classes, depending on how you build them, aren't really all that great at soloing. Like, beyond level 30 or so, defenders really kind of need somebody to help do DPS, because defenders don't really do a whole lot of DPS. Masterminds are another critter entirely. Dominators are another critter in that regard. I think Dominators can do a bit more DPS than a defender can, but anyway, that's beside the point. Getting off topic here. Topic is melee characters at low levels. Speaking of low levels, there's level 8. Pardon? So, I'm not really sure how to tackle this particular topic. It's one that I'm not really all that qualified to address. But like somebody else in the chat here, for those of you that aren't aware, I also do streaming. That's where I'm recording most of these videos, is during my live streams. So somebody in chat just said, I think it's all on your play style. And yeah, that is pretty much really the only thing that I can point to is overall play style. Figure out what it is that your particular archetype is good at and play to that style. Don't assume that you can make the archetype play to whatever style you want, because that's not how class-based games work. You have to play to the strengths of the archetype or the class, if in other games, World of Warcraft, whatever. I mean, if you're playing a warrior in World of Warcraft, you're not going to be trying to cast spells. You're not going to be expected to do range damage. You would be really, really putting yourself in a bad place. Same thing goes for playing a melee character archetype in City of Heroes. If you're playing a Stalker like we're doing here, you want to play to the Stalker's strength. And that strength is stealth. Kind of a deliberate play style. High alpha damage. Not much in the way of sustainability. If you're playing a Scrapper, you're pretty much going to be focused on... let me readjust my level here. You're probably going to be focused mostly on doing single target damage, taking out a target, moving to the next target, taking that target out, moving on to the next target. Tankers, brutes, they all play different, so you need to figure out what it is that your particular archetype can do and play to that particular strength, especially at lower levels, because it's not, once you get to higher levels, those archetype limits break down some, and that applies to pretty much all the archetypes. Once you get to level 30, level 40, level 45 or 50, you start getting your SOs and your invention origins and even your set origins in place, then you can start fiddling with how that archetype plays, and you can kind of adjust the character to play more toward your particular strengths. But until that time, you really kind of have to figure out what it is that your archetype does and play to that until such time as you have enough options, either in powers or the way you've slotted the powers. You have enough options to modify the playstyle, right? So as a Stalker here, kind of this right here is kind of important. The Psi Blade, or the Assassin's whatever it is, in this particular case is the Psi Blade, the Assassin's Strike. Stalkers are great at alpha damage. They're not great at sustained action, primarily because they're a little bit squishy. Stalkers are not meant to be sustained DPS types, right? I'm going to take this guy out, and then I'm only going to have 2 to worry about. Oh, actually even only 1, because that other one got demoralized. So you want to play to the strength of that particular archetype, at least up until the point where you can start modifying how it is these things work based on your use of enhancements, whether those be single origin, invention origin, or invention sets, or Hamadons, or archetype origins, whatever. It's a whole thing. The origin enhancement thing is a whole different kettle of fish that should be something that I cover at a later date. At this point, at level 8, it's not worth talking about origins all that much. So, yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents on the on that particular topic on how to play a melee character at low levels. Again, it's not something that I have a heck of a lot of experience at, so I can't really say, I'm losing the words. I can't really provide specific input on the various classes, melee classes, archetypes, whatever, because I just don't have that breadth of experience. So there you go. That's that particular topic. How to play melee archetypes at low levels. Figure out what the archetype strength is and play to that strength. You can adjust the play style later as you gain the ability to understand the game better and use those enhancements to do different things. Now, defeat Golden Palm and Sergeant Kinney. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do the thing, right? So I'm going to go ahead and use up a couple of inspirations here to improve my Alpha Strike here because, like I said, as a Stalker, I want to focus on that Alpha Strike, especially at this point, because I just do not have the ability to stand up to a protracted combat. Not what the Stalker is. Now, Scrapper, that would be different. Brute, different. Tanker, totally different. I'm going to go ahead and save this guy. Why the hell not? Save him. Fine. I think last time I did this, it was on a stream, this particular mission. I did this on stream and I ended up just letting the guy die. See, now I got kind of caught out here because this is an ambush. Can't really prepare well for an ambush. Best you can do is know that it's coming and have the right inspirations and just be ready to handle the ambush as best as possible. So, yeah, that's my little TED talk on how to play a low-level melee archetype in City of Heroes / City of Villains. So, next topic. Whatever that is. For now, I'm just going to focus on getting out of this. There we go. That should complete this particular mission. All right. So now we're going to go talk to Operative Kuzmin. Let's turn on our wonderful little jet boost pack thing. Let's get over there nice and quick. And then we'll pick up the next mission. And let me look at the time here. Yeah, we got about a couple minutes before I should be ending this particular chapter or this particular episode. So we'll talk to Operative Kuzman here. And then before I go on to do the next thing... Oh, I need to figure out a new contact here. Well, this will waste some time. Firewire is an interesting man. He's known villain amongst Mercy. Big plans in store, big enough that he isn't running his loud mouth about it. Or Dr. Weber. Doesn't really give us... He is unethical and amoral, the perfect person to do what needs to be done. So who should I choose, Firewire or Dr. Weber? I don't know. There's not a lot of information to go on here. I think maybe Firewire has a story arc to do. So, Dr. Evil, somebody in the chat suggests Dr. Evil. Well, okay. $1 million. So I guess we'll go with Dr. Weber. Are you sure? Maybe. So what I'm going to do for the last little bit of this particular episode is I'm going to go over here. I'm going to have a look at what enhancements I have available. And, oh my goodness, I have almost 2 full rows of enhancements now to work with. Most likely I'm just going to sell all of them. As you can see, I have nothing slotted. Nothing. And that's another topic. It's like enhancements. Perhaps that's what I'll discuss in the next episode or two down the line, is how to do enhancements, at least at the low levels. At this particular point, those of you that have watched previous videos will know my opinion on low-level enhancements. Generally speaking, not worth the effort. But there are always exceptions to every rule. So perhaps next time we will look at what to do with enhancements at low levels. You know, what to look for, what to avoid, and what to simply not worry about. So I think that's where I'm going to go ahead and end it at this particular point for this episode. We just finished that, got a new contact, start next time with Dr. Evil, and maybe have a look at how enhancements work. So anyway, thank you very much. I have been Gamer Gramp. You all know that. And I bid you all farewell, adieu, and thank you for giving me a couple minutes of your time. So take care, everybody. Have a good rest of your evening.